Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I made these bra cups with straight stitch. If you do not have access to the zigzag stitch, please, if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you want to see more of this type of videos. So let's just get right into it. So guys, this is my three-part cup, and the part you're seeing with the notch is just the bust point. I made sure I did notch the bust point just so that everything is going to be aligned, so I don't get confused. The up and the down, the sides that are supposed to be sewn together, like the part I am holding now. So I'm going to take it to the machine to show you guys how to couple it onto what you saw at the thumbnail. So this is me at the machine. This is the right part of the cup, and as you can see, if you cut your pattern right, you are actually going to get this desired cup. And what I'm using is just normal bust pad that we use, the thicker one anyway. I'm not using the light one, so I'm just going to take the bottom two parts, and then I'm just going to take it to my machine. And please don't forget, I added half an inch round on each of the pieces. I cut them with half an inch. Every single thing was with half an inch. So I'm going to take the two bottom parts, I'm going to place them together the way they are supposed to face. So please, when you are drafting the pattern, I'm going to draft this pattern. I'll upload a video on how to draft the pattern later. So I'm just going to take half an inch and I'm just going to sew it down like how you're seeing me sew it. So just use half an inch and sew it. And if you get your pattern, if you cut it very well, you won't have any leftover parts that you want to trim out. Everything is just going to come out perfectly. So guys, after sewing, I'm just cutting off the excess thread. Now, as you can see, look at how it looks, and by the time I push it open, you can see the cup is already forming. So this part is very, very important. Now I'm going to take one part of that sewn half an inch, and I'm going to cut it off, the excess part. I'm going to cut it now because it's thick. I can't cut it together, so I'm cutting it one by one. So if you have a very big scissors, you can cut it together, but I advise you to cut it one by one because you need to cut it close to the stitch. Please, as you're cutting it, be very careful so you do not cut on the stitch. Cut the both of them, the excess, close to the stitch, but not close enough to cut off your stitches. So after doing that, I'm just going to use my scissors to just trim around the edge, just by the side gently. You have to take your time while doing this, so just trim gently by the side like you see me do, as if you want to trim for a hip padding, something like that. But you have to be trimmed lightly because this is not hip padding and doesn't have a lot of space. So by the time you are done, you push it out. As you can see, it looks like there was nothing even done there. It looks like you used the zigzag stitch to stitch. In fact, it looks like you used the zigzag stitch and then you used a boning to just cover it up to make it neat. So after doing that, I'm now going to attach the third part of my cup, the top part. So I'm going to place it. The notch there you're seeing is to indicate the middle part where the other joining is. So I'm just going to place it and use my needle to pin it, so it's going to be easier for me to stitch. So guys, after pinning this down, I'm going to take half an inch. Remember I said I put half an inch round, so I'm going to take half an inch and then sew it down. So guys, after sewing it down, as you can see the half an inch, I'm going to take off my pins. So you remember how we did the other bottom part? I'm going to repeat the same thing. I can't cut the two at the same time, which I would advise you to cut one. Take one side and then cut it close to the stitch, but not close enough to cut off your stitch line. So just cut it very close to the stitch, but not too close. So as you can see, that's the same thing. I'm just watch closely how I'm cutting it. I'm pushing the other side away and then cutting off the other side. You can see how close it is. So I'm going to repeat it for this other side. and I'm just going to trim slightly, please, slightly, just trim slightly on the this thing stitch line, just to remove any other hard this thing excess fabric that is just there. So guys, after I was done trimming, you can see the way it's looking very clean and very flat. The stitch lines are very flat. That's why I like this method, and it works for me for all sizes. It gives the cup a fuller look. So guys, you can go ahead and press this with an iron. If you know you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and thank you so much for always supporting.